Is Israel secretly sending captured Hezbollah weapons to Ukraine? It seems there are indications that it might be. However, Israel has officially denied any such actions. Recently, reports emerged that suggested that Israel could have been transferring seized Russian weapons from Lebanon to Ukraine. But Israel's ambassador to Ukraine, Michael Brodsky, has firmly denied it. During an interview with Radio Liberty, Brodsky said that no such decision has been made. So how exactly did these reports even come about? Brodsky says that Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister, Sharon Haskel, when she was a member of the parliament, Israel's parliament, had proposed a bill to transfer seized Russian-made weapons to Ukraine. Yet, as the saying goes, where there's smoke, there might be fire. There are signs pointing to the possibility that such a transfer is indeed taking place. Reports suggesting that Israel has been quietly sending Russian-made weapons to Ukraine that were seized during its war with Hezbollah in Lebanon last year. In fact, Israeli officials have reportedly met with Ukrainian diplomats to discuss this potential arms transfer. Since then, U.S. military cargo planes have been seen making flights from Israel to an airbase in eastern Poland. Pro-Russian military bloggers have also shared photos on social media showing several shoulder-mounted missiles laid out on the ground. They also posted screenshots of a U.S. military plane departing from the Ramstein airbase in Germany, landing at Hadzerim airbase in Israel, and then heading to a place in Poland called Rzeszów, which lies close to the border with Ukraine. Now, here's a key point to consider. Around 60% of the weapons captured by Israel during its conflict with Hezbollah were reportedly produced in the Soviet Union. The weapons in question include sniper rifles, modern Kornet anti-tank missiles. These are weapons that were provided to Hezbollah by Syria, which used to be a strong ally of Russia under Bashar al-Assad's regime. Now, this development also follows a statement from the Ukrainian embassy thanking Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister, Sharon Haskel, for her efforts to persuade the Israeli parliament and send captured weapons to Ukraine. According to the Jerusalem Post, the weapons transfer proposal was first privately initiated by Haskel. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had also met with his Israeli counterpart, reportedly Isaac Herzog, this week to discuss important issues related to cooperation between Ukraine and Israel. Now, if Israel is in fact sending these confiscated weapons to Ukraine, it should not come as a surprise. Historically, Israel has maintained a neutral stance towards Russia, but it has become more aligned with Ukraine, as Russia and Iran have strengthened ties. Over the past 3 years, Iran has become a major ally of Russia. It is accused, in fact, of supplying Moscow with thousands of drones and missiles that have been used reportedly against Ukraine in the battlefield. And if that wasn't enough, Iran has also supported armed groups like Hamas and Hezbollah that have declared that their goal is to destroy the state of Israel. And we all know how Israel and Iran's conflict came to head last year amid the Gaza war. As the situation stands right now, there is a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. On Sunday, the United States, remember, announced that the ceasefire agreement would remain in effect until February 18. But Israel has already indicated it would keep troops in the south beyond the initial Sunday deadline. And for these reasons and more, a transfer of Russian weapons is currently the most feasible explanation to the recent aircraft flights to eastern. Shifting focus for now, in the carefully choreographed theater of White House imagery, Melania Trump's new official portrait emerged as a masterpiece of visual politics in a way. Our next report, looking at how the former model turned First Lady has traded her signature soft glamour for something far more potent. That's raw power. Take a look.
She stands still, commanding, unflinching. Melania Trump's new official portrait is more than a photograph. It's a declaration. Stripped of color, the monochrome image speaks in shadows and light, echoing the complexities of the First Lady's persona. In the portrait, power and elegance, where every detail feels deliberate and every glance is calculated. Standing in the yellow oval room, Melania commands attention in a crisp dark suit, with the Washington Monument visible through the window. The contrast with the 2017 portrait couldn't be starker, where once she offered approachability with soft focus and warm colors. Now she presents steel. Her sartorial choices remain as calculated as ever. Last week, she returned to Washington, D.C. in style. At the inaugural balls, she dazzled in a black and white gown by Hervé Pierre, a nod to glamour and simplicity. During the inauguration day, she donned a wide-brimmed hat, almost as a shield, adding a layer of mystique to her presence. Melania's fashion history is not without controversy. This image from 2018, her infamous "I really don't care, do you?" jacket, drew global backlash. Her choice of dressing has always made headlines. In 2017, standing beside her husband during her first term swearing in, her powder blue Ralph Lauren suit was very evocative of a Jackie Kennedy suit and seemed to suggest that she had studied the role of the First Lady. Now in her second term as the First Lady, photographers would continue to zoom and capture the enigma of Melania 2.0. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
On to India now, specifically news from Tamil Nadu, where the National Investigation Agency, or the NIA, carried out searches at a total of 16 locations in the state in connection to an ISIS radicalization case. 2 people have been arrested in these raids so far, reportedly, which have been underway since early Tuesday, based on specific inputs. But why are these raids taking place exactly? The raids have reportedly been conducted at the hideouts of suspects allegedly involved in promoting ISIS ideology and recruiting members for the foreign terrorist organization. However, this is not new per se, as across India, the NIA has been actively investigating cases of radicalization and recruitment linked to ISIS. As far as this case is concerned, it has been registered just last year against ISIS supporters whose role was uncovered during an investigation. And what's more, on October 21, 2024, the NIA arrested 3 accused who were booked in a case linked to a 2022 car bomb blast outside a temple in Coimbatore. And not just ISIS. A month before, in September 2024, the NIA reportedly conducted searches at 11 locations across Tamil Nadu as part of its probe against the Hizb ut-Tahrir, a pan-Islamist organization aspiring to establish an Islamic caliphate in the country. Also back in June, 2 men associated with the fundamentalist organization were arrested in connection with another case. And in August, the NIA conducted searches across 7 states to probe the case of classified defense information leakage through a Pakistani espionage racket, as per an official statement. NIA raids, by the way, are also on in Kashmir in connection with an ongoing terror conspiracy investigation, with the case centered on the killings in Srinagar.